Good evening, everyone. And what do you do after that brilliant introduction and start with this introducing the lecture, as it were? Khalik is, I think, a great president of HTC, and it's a privilege, really, for UNDP to be associated with this lecture. As a newly minted Director of Human Development Report Office, I really have a commitment and responsibility to maintain the great tradition of excellence in analyzing development issues we started with Mahbub and Amartya's pioneering work, looking at development from a people-centered perspective. We will continue to build on this past success to promote human development as the framework to understand and address current and future development challenges. And we've covered almost all things you can think about. We also have realized, and this is the outcome of that realization, the HDRs over the years have been highly influential in bringing people together, in really reframing the purpose of development, and by providing a valuable contribution to the development debate. We were trying to understand, when I took over this job, I tried to look at the 20-year experience and said, what did we do which was useful? How did we able to influence others? And there were three things which apparently Mahbub said that HDR should do. One, it should bring innovation to development thinking. It should do something different. It should push the boundaries. Second, carry clear messages that resonate with the intended audience, policymakers, academics, civil society activists and leaders, and propose concrete and doable policy options. Of course, I'm not certain how doable some of the options were, but certainly provided a very new framework of looking at how we can move the cause of human beings and develop in general. I should also mention that the office is not only to produce an annual report. We are also very much connected to the additional work which the organization does and produces the regional and national human development reports. Each region tends to produce every 2 years one major report, and we produce something like 30 to 50 annual reports every year. And since 1992, national and regional reports have also been extremely influential at the regional and at the country level. In fact, one report which is really well remembered globally is the Arab Human Development Report, which was the regional one. And it highlighted the lack of choices and opportunities facing the majority of the Arab people, particularly women. And the analysis of that report has been confirmed by the recent events in many countries in the region. So not only was it right on, it also had we think at least, a role to play in what actually finally transpired. Of course, let me just acknowledge our great respect for Amartya Sen. Amartya, for us in South Asia, is our guru. I had a great opportunity of spending a wonderful day with him in Hong Kong. I had committed myself to a conference, and then when I got to Hong Kong, there was Amartya and others waiting to be there, and I realized we were the only two speakers that whole day. And we had a wonderful exchange of talking to each other among 400 people. That was quite a rare opportunity. But that somehow, that wonderful experience was balanced by the fact that I nearly got Amartya to miss his plane in Beijing, so which he's beginning to forgive me, and I'm very grateful for that. I should also take this opportunity to once again remember the legacy of Mahbub al-Haq, a good friend of Amartya Sen's, but really a person who was able to understand that vision linked to policy making and to how to bring the world community together. And I think we are trying very hard to live up to those high standards. And just to conclude, I just want to reiterate our great pleasure being a co-sponsor of this lecture. I may not have given you as fiery and as dynamic a speech as Khalik, but I hope this will be a good prelude to Professor Atkinson's lecture. Thank you.